I think Muhammad Ali was the most laziest boxer of all time. I'm going to tell you why. So, Muhammad Ali's style, what made Muhammad Ali great was his speed, his footwork, his endurance, his fitness, having sharp reflexes. And that he had that in the 60s. But after he came back in the 70s, man, Muhammad Ali was in shape for maybe 5 fights. The rest of his fights, he was always 10 to 15 pounds overweight. Fat as a motherfucker. I mean, this guy came in against Ken Norton and Thrill in Manila against Joe Frazier at 226, I think. I mean, they're just way too fat. And you hear these stupid, dumb excuses and comments on YouTube. And, other people say, well, he just wanted a little extra grit to his punches. He wanted a little bit extra power. He was such a good boxer, he didn't need to dance for 15 rounds. That's horseshit. In the 70s, Muhammad Ali was a human punching bag. And his style just depended. This guy has zero defense other than his speed, his reflexes, footwork. And when a fighter's style is totally dependent on that, and that fighter gains an extra 15 pounds, and he has to carry that for 15 rounds, I mean, it really makes difference. And you can see that in the 60s and the 70s. It's quite a difference. Muhammad Ali was a human punching bag in the 70s, and then in the 60s, no one was able to touch him. That's why I think he was the most laziest fighter ever. It was out of pure laziness. That's why. He never trained for his fights, ever. Even Larry Holmes himself said that Muhammad Ali only trained 2 weeks for George Foreman, his biggest fight of his career. Go watch that on YouTube. Larry Holmes said, normally a fighter trains 6 weeks, but Muhammad Ali could have maybe even, Larry Holmes said the champ could have been even better if he actually trained the full training camp. And this was for the biggest fight of Ali's career. Can you imagine what he did for all the bums he fought? That guy never trained for his fights. That's why he was so fat. This guy is so overrated. I think he was a lazy boxer. That's my conspiracy theory. I mean, I read a dumb comment on YouTube on the video of Larry Holmes saying that Muhammad Ali trained 2 weeks for George Foreman. And the comment said something like, it was the most retarded thing I ever read in my life. It said, well, he did that. Muhammad Ali only trained for 2 weeks so, he could keep up his strength and, conserve energy and train two really hard weeks, like train really hard for 14 days. Some stupid comment like that. I couldn't believe it. But in the 70s, go look at yourself. This guy was always coming in overweight in his fights. I mean, I think it was just laziness. That's my conspiracy theory over why Muhammad Ali was always fat during his fights in the 70s.